Can Tesla build 10 to 12 gigafactories total? Elon Musk thinks so. September 6, 2022. Tesla continues to rapidly expand throughout the world. And despite 2 new gigafactories having opened earlier this year, the automaker's already looking at where to build next. In the long term, it's difficult to predict how many production facilities Tesla could build. But CEO Elon Musk has his sights set on a high target, as usual. At Tesla's annual stockholders meeting, Musk said he thinks the automaker could eventually build as many as 10-12 gigafactories throughout the world. As reported by Business Insider, the CEO also mentioned that Tesla could produce up to 20 million electric cars per year by 2030, with each factory outputting between 1.5 and 2 million units per year. Ultimately, we will end up building, I don't know, probably at least 10 or 12 gigafactories, Musk said at the shareholders meeting. Located at Gigafactory, Texas, the locations would really be gigafactories, according to Musk, who has been met with skepticism about his ambitious figures. Despite the skepticism, Tesla is already looking to establish its next gigafactory, and Musk says the location could be announced this year. The news also comes after Tesla made Giga Texas and Giga Berlin fully operational this year. So the move to establish its next factory comes fairly quickly on the heels of those. At the meeting, Musk also asked stockholders to guess where the next gigafactory would be located. While it's unclear where the factory will be built as of yet, Musk did give a special note to those who answered Canada. Source reposted and summarized from Peter McGuthrie at Evanex. My take: Elon will be telling us where the next gigafactory will go later this year. Elon Musk dubs Moodys irrelevant. September 6, 2022. Tesla may have maintained its profitability and growth while absolutely dominating the electric vehicle industry. But for Moodys Corporation, the electric vehicle maker is still rated junk. An explanation for this was recently shared online. Though for CEO Elon Musk, what Moodys thinks about Tesla doesn't really matter. Tesla retail investors, particularly some who are quite active on Twitter, have observed that the electric vehicle maker's bar 1 rating from Moodys, the highest among junk ratings, doesn't quite make sense, considering that Tesla is pretty much the only car maker that is still growing at a meaningful rate today. Among these was retail investor Alexandra Mertz, who contacted Moodys to inquire about the matter. Moodys analyst René Lipsch responded to the retail investor, noting that Tesla's junk status is due to factors that are more qualitative than quantitative. Lipsch also mentioned a variety of factors that affect Moodys' less than optimistic outlook on Tesla, such as the company's narrow product lineup. Following is the analyst's response in full. Dear Mrs. Mertz, thank you for reaching out to us. For reference, I copied below our considerations for an upgrade of Tesla. The considerations are not so much of a quantitative nature, but more qualitative. Importantly, we are looking for a broadening of the company's product lineup. Today, Tesla remains narrowly reliant on primarily 2 models, albeit highly successful ones. Note also in this respect that one of the models was first introduced in 2017. More concrete prospects for a broader vehicle lineup would be regarded as a positive development in this respect. The ratings could be upgraded if Tesla successfully expands its global footprint, maintains a strong competitive global presence as other automakers offer an increasing number of battery electric models, and improves its product breadth. Tesla's ability to sustain an EBITDA margin of at least 7% measured excluding the contribution from emission credits, and a consistent, prudent financial policy are also important considerations for higher ratings. Further, Tesla will need to maintain very good liquidity, including ample cash and considerable committed availability under its revolving credit facility. Best regards, René. Moodys' response promptly caught the attention of notable retail Tesla investors, including YouTube content creator Dave Lee. The content creator noted that Moodys' claim that Tesla is not investment grade was ridiculous. Musk later responded to Lee's tweet, stating that Moodys is irrelevant. Source reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Tesla RT. My take: I wonder if Moodys has some ulterior motive for doing the wrong thing here. The reasons they have given are laughable at best. Elon Musk reveals more about his life-changing decision. September 6, 2022. Elon Musk may be the world's richest person, but that doesn't necessarily mean H is living large all the time. While he does have some modern amenities with high price tags, like his private jet. For example, Musk made a life-changing decision to live more simply last year that has come as a surprise to many ever since. Musk downsized his life last summer to move into a $50,000 house located near SpaceX's Starbase in Texas. A move that Inc.com's Bill Murphy Jr. called life-changing at the time. It's a story Murphy Jr. has covered since the beginning. And it begins with the modular tiny house startup Boxable. In November 2020, Boxable co-founder Galliano Tiramani announced the company had constructed and delivered a tiny house for a top-secret customer. The location of the customer: Boca Chica, Texas, or the town in which SpaceX's Starbase is located. It was quite the reveal on its own. But if that wasn't enough, Tiramani was seated beside a poster with a SpaceX rocket. Still, the news didn't exactly confirm suspicions that Musk lived at the location. However, a tweet from Musk 6 months later would further pique that interest. "My primary home is literally a $50,000 house in Boca Chica. Starbase that I rent from SpaceX. It's kinda awesome though," said Musk in a tweet in June 2021. As onlookers attempted to connect the dots, it only took a few months for one Texas resident to note Musk's life-changing move to downsize once again, noting the Boxable rumor almost as if it were fact. And this time, Musk responded, "I've actually been living in a $50,000 house in South Texas for past 2 years. Not Boxable. Feels more homey to live in a small house," wrote Musk. So if he didn't live in the Boca Chica Boxable, who did? The case would go cold for over a year and a half. Before Musk shared more details about his living situation on the Full Send podcast in recent weeks. "I don't actually stay in the Boxable. The house that I bought actually costs less a Boxable. It was like $45,000 or something," Musk said on the podcast. "But I've done a lot with the place. It's right next to the rocket factory. I can just literally walk to the rocket factory. Friends of mine can't believe him staying in this house." Musk simply uses the Boxable unit as a guest house, and stays in an even cheaper modular tiny home when H is not busy traveling. And while he would reveal any more detail about his own space, likely for his own security and safety, his notes about how much downgrading changed his life are, perhaps, even more telling. Source reposted and summarized from Peter McGuthrie at Evanex. "My take: I guess Elon only cares about the work and not the benefits of his money." Tesla FSD Beta 10.69.2 release slated for the end of the week. September 6, 2022. Tesla plans to release FSD Beta 10.69.2 at the end of the week. Elon Musk explained that the next and potentially final version 10.69 version still needs to be polished. He also noted that while version 10.69.2 will feature a relatively small number of code changes, their effect to the driving experience will likely be significant. Tesla will roll out FSD Beta version 10.69.2 to all 100.000 testers. The upcoming version of Tesla's 10.69 update introduces significant improvements to the advanced driver assist software. Tesla released FSD Beta version 10.69.1 to 10,000 testers last week. It introduced a few bug fixes to the 10.69 release. One beta tester tested 10.69.1 through San Francisco's Lombard Street, known to be one of the most crooked streets in the world. Version 10.69.1 performed well through Lombard Street. FSD Beta 10.69's release notes highlighted better turns and smoother driving. It included improved unprotected left turns, or Chuck Cook-style unprotected left turns. Tesla also increased the smoothness for protected right turns. Tesla made other improvements to make the driving experience smoother. They are listed below. Improved overall driving smoothness, without sacrificing latency, through better modeling of system and actuation latency in trajectory planning. Trajectory Planner now independently accounts for latency from steering commands to actual steering actuation, as well as acceleration and brake commands to actuation. This results in a trajectory that is a more accurate model of how the vehicle would drive. This allows better downstream controller tracking and smoothness while also allowing a more accurate response during harsh main VUAs. No relevant objects present, and also improves yielding position when they are present. Reduced false slowdowns near crosswalks. This was done with improved understanding of pedestrian and bicyclist intent based on their motion. Enabled creeping for visibility at any intersection where objects might cross ego's path. regardless of presence of traffic controls. Improved accuracy of stopping position in critical scenarios with crossing objects. By allowing dynamic resolution in trajectory optimization to focus more on areas where finer control is essential. Reduced latency when starting from a stop by accounting for lead vehicle jerk. Tesla already raised the price of FSD Beta to $15,000 on September 5. The company expected to raise the price once version 10.69 rolled out to all beta testers. However, Tesla still needs to refine 10.69.2 before it is released to more FSD Beta testers. Source reposted and summarized from Maria Marano at Tesla RT. My take: can't wait to see if it's better than version 10.69.1.